Hello, guys, and welcome back to Jones and Avery Show. This is Kaelen Jones. I'm here with Kevin Avery, and we'll be talking about the NBA Offseason that's taken place so far. Kevin, who do you think is the biggest free agent signing that's taken place this offseason?
All right, biggest free agent signing, well, obviously Dwight Howard. Okay, but there's a series of big signings throughout the offseason. Okay, Dwight Howard obviously makes the Rockets from the playoff team to a championship contending team. Are they better? Can they beat the OKC, San Antonio, even the Memphis Grizzlies? I don't believe so. Okay, but that was obviously the biggest signing. It really gets the Rockets back to that championship team image on paper that they had with Hakeem Olajuwon. But you cannot ignore what the Indiana Pacers have done. Chris Copeland, J.J. Watson, Louis Scola, and all that they've lost was Hansbrough. Then you got the second-year man, Orlando Johnson. Then you got Danny Granger coming back. So these signings were huge. Give them an inside presence not only for their starting, but for their bench now. Along with the guy who, George Hill, who can be inconsistent at times, they have C.J. Watson coming. Okay, and then not only that, we have Brooklyn, who these weren't really signings. You cannot ignore the trade that they did. Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce, Jason Terry for a bunch of scrubs. The only person that I wouldn't consider a scrub is Marshawn Brooks. Okay? And now, besides that, the one signing that everyone was all hyped up about, but now it just went one ear, not the other, Andre Kirilenko. That is another signing that put Brooklyn over the top. Okay? So, in the end, best signing, Dwight Howard. Okay? But most significant, I'm going to have to go with Indiana. Okay? But let's not ignore who, in my case, who I say would be the best general manager of the offseason. I'm going to Mitch Kupchak. Okay, yeah, he lost Dwight Howard, but we lost Dwight Howard the minute that began.
Yeah, and we'll get to your Laker offseason in a second, Kevin, but the biggest signing this offseason, considering that everyone is gearing up to play them, I think even the Detroit Pistons signed Josh Smith, so they had more post depth. They added Brandon Jennings at point guard. You look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, who added Andrew Bynum to go with Kyrie Irving. I think the Eastern Conference, including the Pacers who added Scola, are gearing up to play the Miami Heat, who added the biggest free agent signing to protect themselves, which is Greg Oden. Greg Oden's only going to play 10 to 15 minutes a game. But granted, during those 10 to 15 minutes, that's 10 to 15 minutes Roy Hibbert or Joakim Noah or Brook Lopez or whoever is playing the Heat is not dominating them inside. Oden will bring a defensive post presence. He averaged 16 points and 8 rebounds a game when he was healthy with the Blazers during the first 3 seasons of his career. I believe in this dude. I don't believe that he can stay healthy. But during the Heat's playoff run, I think he'll be a valuable addition, and hopefully the Heat can get that 3-peat thanks to the addition of Greg Oden, who, again, a former number 1 overall pick, who's only, again, 25 years old, still has potential if he can stay healthy. The problem is he can't stay healthy. But regardless, he's going to be a real key piece of the Heat if they are planning to get back to the NBA championship and hopefully claim the title for a 3rd straight year in a row.
That's a conversation for the end of the year. I don't know what he's going to do. You're talking about a guy that's only played 82 games, who takes one step and his knees break, okay? Taking his crutches to South Beach. Alright? Credit to NBA memes on Twitter. And, yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from, the close presence. But at the same time, it's starting to look like it might be getting a little bit crowded down there. I mean, you've got Bosch, and they brought in, you got Battier, who now plays at power forward. Okay. And then they brought in Chris Anderson for that inside presence. And now you have Greg Oden, paper Brook Lopez and just wait till he gets off the court. I mean, I don't see how he could be that much of an impact if he's not playing 23 to 30 minutes a game. You know?
Sure.
But, valuable, good point, but I don't see that to be the best timing.
Right.
All right.
Anyways, let's talk about your Los Angeles Lakers, because I know you want to talk about their offseason.
All right. LA. Lakers fans, sit down and shut up. We're not going to win a championship. Okay? You wanted to win a championship? Maybe you should go talk to Jim Buss about that and not getting Phil Jackson. Okay? Now, this whole season, the 2012-2013, 2013-2014 season became a mess once Jim Buss put an emotional decision over a business decision in signing them and Tony. Wanted to bring back Showtime Lakers to his father. It was, a good thought. Would have been nice had Steve Nash been 5 years younger. Okay, and Dwight Howard didn't have this back issue. Okay, and Pau Gasol was another 4 years younger. Okay, but no, we don't have that kind of roster. Okay, you cannot be running a roster with a 33-year-old Pau Gasol, 30-plus-year-old Ron Artest, or my mistake, Neville Pete Actually is going to be switching his name pretty soon. Just throw that out there. Kobe Bryant, 35. Steve Nash, almost 40. Okay, you cannot be running a running gun offense. Okay, Phil Jackson would have been perfect, but that's the past. Let's talk about the future. Mitch Kupchak, signed him up, GM of the year already, for what he has done under the circumstances that he was under. No money whatsoever brings in Nick Young, who can score anywhere on the court. Guess where? The only problem I have with him is that his game high in points was, of course, against the Lakers.
Swaggy Pete.
Then you bring in Swaggy. You got the Barbarian, Chris Kamen coming in. I mean,
oh my goodness,
who could easily make more money somewhere in, like, the Milwaukee Bucks of the league, Orlando Magic, those kind of teams that need, well, not the Magic, they got Reese, they got keep reading about him, but anyway, Brian Kamen. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, this is with no money whatsoever, okay? Then you bring in Wesley Johnson. Oh my goodness, everyone, this is raw talent right here, okay? Now, had we had Phil Jackson, this would have been the best signing of the offseason, I would have said, because then Phil Jackson would have gotten the true talent out of Wesley Johnson. Okay? But we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for his athleticism. And then my boy, big-eared, white, representing Jordan Palmer. Okay? He is back, ladies and gentlemen, and all of this with $70 million over the cap, or $70 million plus over the cap. When we're supposed to be 50 and below, or at 70 or 80 around that area. Okay. So, future plans, 2014, cut it out. Jones, I know you're sick of this too. Cut it out. LeBron's not going anywhere near LA. Okay? Cleveland, I understand, but stop it.
It might.
Ramona Shelburne shall be fired. Okay, I'm putting up a protest for this.
No.
Started. No, she says that she's the one that started. Lakers' plans are to get LeBron and Carmelo, and then it's ignited.
I blame the GM for letting it get out. They shouldn't be saying it in the first place.
I get no. You know what? No. Okay, I don't even believe that. I think that was an outside source of the Lakers who said, well, yeah, I mean, who? Okay, out of the 30 teams in the league, you're telling me no one is going to try to go after LeBron. If they could, they would. Okay? Every single team.
And the Lakers can. Lakers can.
Lakers, I'm sorry?
Lakers can.
Yes, they can. Okay, but it's not going to happen, though.
Right.
Why would LeBron leave Florida, where they have no income tax? Okay? And the only other place I see him going is Cleveland. Now, back to realistically. Melo. Yeah. I can see why everyone says to get him. Okay? one of the best pure scorers in the league right now. Okay, but I don't see him playing with Kobe Bryant.
No.
And it's not going to work. Okay, Kobe's going to play for another 3 years. All right, Melo, that's not a good mix-up. Okay, I wanted John Wall, but he decided to stay and watch the Redskins training camp over the offseason while he's on the couch. Okay, but anyway, Lakers, free agents that they should go after, LaMarcus Aldridge or Greg Monroe. Paul George has stated that it'd be very hard to say no to Kobe, but the Pacers would easily match any offer. Okay, they'd be very stupid not to. I see them trading Danny Granger to possibly the Suns for Goran Dragic or Ron Butler. I can see that happening, right? But yeah, the Lakers right now, 2014 free agency, I see it slowly dwindling down to only a few players. Okay, the free agency that I'm excited for, and that I would be willing to go to 2 seasons of 8th seed, and that's for the 2015 season to get Kevin Love and Rajon Rondo. That's what I'd be going after. Jones, what do you think of the post-T12 era?
All I can tell Laker fans is to hang on, because it's definitely. I think it's going to be a long ride. I still see them as a playoff team. I still believe that they can make the playoffs, potentially, in my opinion, the highest of 6 seeds. But they're not set up to fail necessarily. They're not set up to fail.
And Mitch Kupchak is the reason for that. He's done a great job.
Yeah.
Signing all these 1-year contracts of valuable players. These are very good players to sign 1-year contracts here. Right. Now, let's go on to our next subject. Player with the most to prove.
Oh.
Alright, I've got multiple guys.
Yeah,
right? And those listening, you can comment on our Twitter page and let us know who you think. Throughout the whole show, username Jones Avery Show, all lowercase. Jones, who do you got most to prove?
Alright, let's go one by one. I'll go one, then you go one. But
alright, let's go.
My first one, of course, Dwight Howard.
Yeah, agree and disagree.
Dwight Howard.
I agree. Alright.
He left Los Angeles. He led $80 million. What was the difference? $30 million. The play with the Houston Rockets. Yes.
I quote Shaq. Yeah, it was nice for him to say. Probably said to go to a little town.
Wow. And I'll quote the little boy saying, "You disgust me, Shaq. You disrespectful. H-Town, baby."
As Marcella said, little nickel. Alright, I definitely agree with you on Dwight Howard. Let me take him off my list. I'm going to start small, then we'll go up to the big guys. Greg Oden. Right, he's got a lot to prove. Alright, number 1 pick. If you're taking before Kevin Durant, you've already got a lot to prove.
Yep.
Right, but now, coming off, hasn't played since 09, coming to a championship team with very high expectations. Anything lower than a championship is considered a failure, so definitely a lot on his shoulders. Not that he needs any more on those knees, but alright.
Alright. So you've already named both my first 2, but my last one is Paul George.
Okay, that's good. I can see that.
You know why? And it's because the fact that reports are that this team can't coexist. That Danny Granger and him can't coexist. But
no, it's not gonna happen.
I don't know if they can. But at the same time, is he ready to take on the superstar role? I don't get me wrong. He's stepped up big time this year. He's improved.
Oh, I think he showed everyone that he is willing to step up to the superstar role when he took on LeBron.
Oh yeah.
LeBron wasn't playing little head games with him and praising his game while he's sitting there smacking him in the butt, dunking in his face. Maybe it was a different story. But yeah, Paul George definitely can be a superstar.
Oh yeah, he is.
Right now he's a star. Okay, I don't see him.
Right. He's a franchise player right now, though.
Definitely an all-star player. Yeah. You're not going to see him being the future of the Pacers.
Yeah, you build your franchise around players like this. I mean, he can play offense and he can play defense. And he's 6'8". He can shoot the rock. He's a good player.
Yeah. Now, I'm surprised you didn't think about this guy, Derrick Rose.
Oh my goodness.
But now, hold on. Everyone is talking about he should have been playing the playoffs, okay? Yeah, I agree. He should have, okay? Would have given the Heat a run for their money, but it wouldn't have made a difference.
Thank you.
But would have won to a 7-game series, that's all I'm saying. But
right.
Derrick Rose does moves that I've never seen a player make. His body moves in ways that are incredible. So who knows, maybe he needed a little bit more time to make sure that he's able to make these moves consistently without any setbacks. Okay? At the same time, he has a lot to prove. Okay, we're talking about a team that was without Luol Deng, Chris Heinrich, okay, and Nate Robinson is their starting point guard, and with Marquise Teague in the back, who beat the Brooklyn Nets and gave the Miami Heat a run for the money, okay?
Thank you.
So, if he doesn't get them to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's a disappointing season.
You think so?
I believe so. Because this team, for years now, when the Lakers last season with Lamar, when they got swept by Dallas, that year I was saying the Bulls are going to the finals. Since then, they haven't made any significant changes to the roster. Mike Dunleavy is going to be a pretty big addition, but Eastern Conference Finals, because, they already made it to the second round with Nate Robinson.
I agree.
So you tell me now they can't make that to the second round and beyond with Derrick? All right.
Oh, yeah. And like that.
There. Go ahead.
But to add to that, with Derrick Rose, you look at the roster that they have assembled right now. You look at Joakim Noah, you look at Carlos Boozer, you look at guys like Jimmy Butler, Luol Deng, who stepped up definitely big time in my opinion. This is a defensive-minded team. And with Derrick Rose coming back, they have offense. I really think that it was lacking. I love Nate Robinson, but he's not the playmaker that Derrick Rose is. And if this offense can produce the way that it was when Derrick Rose was healthy, it's going to be a different team. And I agree, they'll be contenders.
Agreed. And the next player I got, Kevin Durant.
Wow.
Last year, Russell Westbrook went down to injury under Crumble. And I think that hurt Kevin Durant's image a lot. He's coming in, what year is it? His 5th year, I believe, or so. It's time to start showing us why we call you a superstar. Okay? You made it to the finals with Harden, okay, which was a big mistake to trade him. I think they should have traded Waka instead. But that's a different story, different time. But Kevin Durant needs to show that he is the face of this team and he can carry them, because once Russell Westbrook went down, the Thunder went down.
Right.
And you can't be having that if you're a superstar. In my opinion, Kevin Durant changed dramatically after that playoff series. So Kevin Durant, he'll still put up the MVP numbers and everything, but I gotta see more from him now. He's taking on more of a leader role. And next guy, I got 2 more on my list.
All right.
Carmelo Anthony.
Yes, agreed. 100%.
Okay, he's starting to enter that stage where his window's starting to close.
He even said it.
Yeah, exactly. Could he win a championship later on in his career when he's 36, 37? Maybe. Okay. But if he's going to win a championship, he needs to do it now. He needs to show that he's a team leader. Okay, and I honestly believe championship or bust depends on how he works with Amari Stoudemire, which isn't going to work.
Right.
Okay. But, you need to find a way. You need to find a way. And what he was doing last year was great. Okay, but injuries kind of put the team back. I can see them having a good season again, but Carmelo has a lot to prove. And for my last guy, a lot of people haven't been talking about him because he was off the free agent market like that, and that's Chris Paul.
Yes. Yes, 100%, 120, 30%.
He's got everything he's been asking for since back in the New Orleans State. I need a team. All right. Here's Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan, Caron Butler, Crawford. Right? We got all these guys behind you. Right? And then now, J.J. Redick, Jared Dudley on top of that. Okay? You've got the best bench in the league.
My bad.
And on top of the best bench, now you've got Doc Rivers, the head coach that you've been wanting your entire career. Or coaches, Jones, in the league right now that have won NBA championships, and he has one of them.
Yeah.
This is a season for Chris Paul. And if he doesn't get at least to the Western Conference Finals, I'm going to have to downgrade him and put Rondo as the best point guard in the league. All right, well, there's my case for most players who need to have most to prove.
All right.
We'll go on to playoff predictions. All right, let's start off with the little weak East. Jones, who do you got?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, weak is, to top off the weak conference, I got the number one, the back-to-back NBA champions, or finals champions, the Miami Heat.
Okay.
At number two, I think...
going to be champions of precious.
Okay. Anyways, at number two, I have the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
Number three, I have the Brooklyn Nets, new and improved, or old and improved, however you want to call that.
Hey, don't forget Paul Pierce is playing for 10 more years, right?
So he's 50. And at number four, I got the Chicago Bulls, D-Rose, the comeback. Number five, I got the New York Knicks.
Okay.
Number six, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Okay.
Number seven, I have the Atlanta Hawks hanging in there.
Okay.
And number eight, I got the Detroit Pistons.
Dear Lord, someone call a fire department. This list is on fire. Jones? That's my exact.
That's what I'm talking about. Great minds think alike.
Alright, but who do you got at the bubble, though? Who's going to give the Detroit Pistons a run for their money?
Ooh. Wow. You know, it's really hard to say in my opinion, but I want to say the Toronto Raptors.
Thank the Lord. Yes, sir. I have trouble playing Detroit. The only reason why I have Detroit at the 8 spot is because they just got Brandon Jennings.
Right.
Josh Smith cannot play small forward.
Thank you.
His shot is very inconsistent. Okay. The only way they do good this year is if he works on his shot this year and he somehow improves it past 48%.
I agree.
Okay. So, Rudy Gay last year took the Toronto Raptors from the bottom of the East to a high lottery pick and had a winning record with him since he came there, and I see great things for them coming through. Especially with now, Kyle Lowry is the set true point guard. He's going to be the guy in charge. There's no Jose Calderon. We're getting that all mixed up. Mariani's gone. So, alright, let's head over to the West.
The weak West.
The weak West. Okay, let me tell you one thing.
Wild West.
The East, top 5 is a lock. Okay?
Yep. Top heavy.
The West, 7. I have the top 7 as a lock in the playoffs, no doubt.
Wow.
Number 1, OKC. Number 2, San Antonio. Number 3, Memphis. I read that wrong. Denver. Number 3 is Denver.
Wow. Oh.
Number 3 is Denver.
Wow.
Let me tell you. Denver, everybody better watch out.
Wow.
Brian Shaw is going to be the hero of this team.
Wow.
The Bill Jackson mentality. Okay, and he's got the perfect system with his team for a young team to be running. He's got the Mike D'Antoni Suns. Okay, but this time he's a better coach with a better mentality. Okay? So now the Nuggets are going to get Gallinari back. Okay? Mozgov just now re-signed, but he's not going to be starting anymore.
Right.
Okay? Kufis is gone. So JaVale McGee is the number one starting center.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to be consistent throughout the whole year. Now you got Ty Lawson, Randy Foy, the three-point sniper. Okay, then you got Gallinari, you got Kenneth Furry, the manimal. Right, then you got JaVale McGee coming off the bench. You got Wilson Chandler, you got M. Fournier, and then you got Nate Robinson.
Yes,
okay?
wild card.
All right, this team is built to win. So not this season, but in the next 3 seasons, they're going to be in the Western Conference Finals.
Mm.
So number 3, Denver. Number 4, Memphis. Number 5, Houston. Number 5, Clippers. Number 6, Houston. Number 7, Golden State. And again, we're going to barely eke it out. Number 8, Lakers.
Mm.
Now, the positions that I can't really have as locked is Memphis, Houston, and Clippers.
Right.
Because those 3 teams are going to 4, 5, 6. They can finish anywhere between those numbers.
You think so?
I believe so.
All right. Well, I agree with you. Definitely number 1, the Thunder. I think Durant's back. He's got to get that mindset right after the finals. Or excuse me, the playoff failure that ensued.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, I have Memphis.
Wow.
Yeah. I think Marcus Gasol is that good of a defensive center. And he's underrated offensively as well, in my opinion.
Who did they sign as their head coach? I totally...
Oh, wow.
I'm going to blank right now.
Do I want to say George Karl? No?
No, I would have been all over them. Oh, let me look it up for you right now. Go ahead, keep reading off your list.
Anyways, number 3, I have the Clippers.
Okay.
Number 4, I have San Antonio. Number 5, I have Houston. 6, I have Golden State. 7th, I have Denver. And 8th,
wow, okay.
I have the Lakers.
Okay.
But they're probably more
Denver at
Portland.
7. You have Denver at 7 after they had a 50-game win season at number 3.
They got a new head coach. I love Gallinari. I love Fareed. I love those guys, but I don't know. It's a new system. So it's not going to necessarily be the same, but they're a good team. Definitely a good team.
Okay, who do you got at the bubble?
Portland. I believe Portland. Damian Lillard, Aldridge, Batum, Wesley Matthews. I think that's a solid lineup. I thought they'd make the playoffs last year. And then you add C.J. McCollum and Miles Leonard at center. I think this is a good team. It's a very good team, in my opinion.
All right, to put a pause on this, they signed David Horger, a longtime assistant under Lionel Hollins, one of the most successful minor league basketball coaches in history, according to CBSSports.com. Spent 6 seasons on the Memphis bench as an assistant coach. So, at least as a coach who knows his players and knows what system works.
Right.
All right, to get back to the bubble, I got you with Portland. I definitely agree with you on that. But I got the Lakers, Portland, and 2 other teams in the chase for the playoffs. Those 2 teams. Okay, the one team that is going to be in the back, who's going to be in the back of this chase, the New Orleans Pelicans.
Right. Oh, wow.
Tyreek Evans and Drew Holiday.
Right.
Great pickups. Okay, Anthony Davis is opening up more and more. Eric Gordon, iffy. We'll see how his knees are. Then I got Minnesota. If they would stop Lyle Gandhi to get Nick Pekovic signed, this team, I believe, will knock the Lakers out.
Wow.
Okay, they got Kevin Martin now.
Right.
Who, had a mediocre season with the Thunder, but now he's going to be the number 1 scoring option. You got Rubio healthy. Kevin Love is going to be healthy. I don't even think Kevin Love. I think Kevin Love only played 1 game with Pekovic. And that tandem, that's going to be very deadly, especially with the rebounding. And then you got Chavez, who's up and
Right.
Chase Buninger, who, coming off of injury, see how he does. Derek Williams is starting to finally sprout.
Right.
So, yeah, I could definitely see them being a major factor in this.
Oh, yeah. I agree with you. Especially with that Hornets pick. That's very strong. Same with Minnesota Timberwolves. Last year, they showed flashes of them being good.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to the close of our show. We do have one more rundown where we have about 20 seconds to talk, same as Around the Horn FaceTime. But we're going to give off our whatever we want to talk about in sports world today, give our opinion on it. Again, comment back at us on our Twitter page at Jones Avery Show, all lowercase, or email us at jonesnavery@gmail.com. Leave us with comments, opinions, anything that you want us to talk about. And, all right, Jones, what do you got for your rundown? Where do you need to get your...
Well, I just want to say Jeremy Guthrie today for the Kansas City Royals drew a complete game, 4 hit, 1 walk, 9 punch-outs in the Kansas City's 13-0 victory over the Minnesota Twins. Not only did he save my fantasy team today, but the Royals have been on a heck of a run. Unfortunately, so have the Detroit Tigers. But down from a disappointing year this year for the Royals, but I expect them to be good next year. Mike Moustakas, Billy Butler, all those young cats up in Kansas City definitely have the potential to be a solid team next year.
All right. I've got two major things, two completely different sports. Let me touch up on my hometown team, the LA Dodgers, extending their road streak to 14 straight, coming up on that Giants record of 17. This team, what they've done is incredible, and I can see the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Oakland A's being World Series now. Switching sports. Everyone just brushes this under the carpet, and this is going to be eating me all year long. The Toronto Raptors trade Mariani for Marcus Camby and Quentin Richardson when they could have had David Lee. Oh, my goodness! And what's Jerry West thinking? Yes, you want clear room for Dwight Howard, but Mariani is just another vagrant. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is the time for the show. I'm Kevin Avery.
I'm Kaelen Jones, and thank you again for tuning in to the Jones and Avery Show. Good night.
See ya.